Story time, guys. This is gonna be about Mr. Chow. This happened 2 months after I just opened my cafe. We were open normal hours, Monday through Sunday at 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. It was a very slow day. I had 4 girls working and 2 boys working. This group of guys come in, they bring in some alcohol, and I just pretend like I don't know because I'm like, whatever, you know? All of a sudden, one of the guys in the group starts getting kind of lit. He starts throwing quarters at the girls dancing on stage. I was like, hey, don't throw quarters at them. At the time, he was still sober enough to listen to me and stop. So he stopped throwing quarters at them and he calmed down. 40 minutes later, he starts like taking his shirt off and like swinging it around in a circle, going like, woo! My man calls me. He's like, hey, tell him to put his shirt back on because nobody wants to see that. So I'm like, okay. I go over to him and I'm like, hey, excuse me, can you not do that? Can you put your shirt on and calm down? He's standing there and he's looking at me like, and I'm like, okay, he is sauced. He was drunk. All of a sudden, he starts unbuckling his buckle of his belt. And I'm standing there looking at him like, and then he whips his belt off. And at that point, I was like, oh, hell no. I'm gonna go get L. L was in the back kitchen making drinks. I also had M that night, but M went home early because it was so slow. So my man told M, like, you can go home. She has L and James with her. So I go in the back and I'm like, hey, L, there's this guy who's really drunk. Can you have him leave? James was already telling him to leave. He was getting all crazy. L and James grab him and throw him out. As they were grabbing him and throwing him out, he was making a fit, going crazy. James and Elle took him to his car and like threw him in his car and left him there. We thought it was over. No, it was not over. He comes out of his car and he starts charging back to the cafe. James had to go back outside, grab him. At this point, he was being very violent. He was fighting James. So James throws him over his shoulder, carries him to his car. As James was carrying him back to his car, this guy throws up down James's back. James's whole backside was wet. James was really pissed. He threw this guy into his car. And at this point, I'm like, what the hell? I go look for his group. I went back inside the cafe and his friends were nowhere to be found. They ditched his ass. Anyway, James goes and he's like, I'm gonna go change my shirt and wash off. 10 minutes later, I see this guy crawling back out of his car again. I had to go get Elle. But this time, this guy starts stripping down. He goes and stands in front of my coffee shop. He gets butt naked, like butt ass naked. I'm gonna play the video. Elle comes up to him. He's like this. Sir, can you please put your clothes back on? He's not even looking at the guy. He's like looking away and he's like, yeah, put your clothes back on. He like has his hands behind his back and he's like, I'm just like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, come on, cat. I don't want to touch him. I don't want to look at him. So at this point, my man is annoyed. He calls M to come back and deal with it. And if you guys know M, you guys know M does not play. So here's M talking to the guy and telling him to put his clothes back on. And he's like refusing. And then there's L standing there. Basically what M does, he grabs the guy's pants and he puts his 2 legs in and he picks him up with his pants and he goes whoop, and this guy like falls into his pants. M puts his shirt back on and then M is like, come on L, let's take him for a walk. 15 minutes later, M and L come back without the guy. M was like, he kind of just passed out in the bush down the street. So I show up at 10 a.m. guys, and guess what? The naked guy is sitting in my cafe hanging out with the people that ditched him.